Hey, Eric Sr. here from Tactical 4x4, and today I just wanted to do a quick little video about the LR3, LR4. This setup is an LR4 backup PDC sensors. So we do offer drilling the holes in them so that they can be reinstalled. Although we recommend eliminating them. Because they're going from being mounted in a plastic bumper that's mounted to the body to a steel bumper that's mounted to the frame. So it's hard to say what kind of effect that's going to have on it, not having the shock resistance changing there. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. If you're wanting to put the sensors back in, this is how we do it here. And here's the sensor harness, and this end always goes on the right where the plug is, of course, and it'll be right up back here behind the tail light area. The tail light's right above it there. And so I'll put that up in there, and then I'll take some Gorilla Tape and just take off a piece, get it off so it'll stick a little bit, and then just stick that there so that it won't be falling down all the time, getting in the way. And then what we need to do on the sensor is that it'll have a little cable tie here. Sometimes they're already broken, sometimes you need to clip them. Just take a pair of side cutters and give them a little clip, being careful not to clip the wires, because then it won't work any longer. And that just releases it and gives it some extra length there. And generally we'll go ahead and unplug them after I do that. We're putting those in separately. So the next thing I do is I'll give me another strip of Gorilla Tape. And go back up underneath, all the way above in the upper corner. And I'm just going to kind of feed it up in there, and then I'm going to put a piece of tape across the wires to the face of the bumper. So that way that'll hold that in place. And then the plug for this one is just right there already. So then what I'll do is I'll get the sensor, and after you take them out of the rear bumper, you'll notice there's a rubber ring around the sensor. Take that off, get rid of it, and you can kind of clean it up a bit if you want. We're not really installing them in this bumper. This one's being shipped out, so we're just kind of demonstrating. So I have some black RTV silicone. Have the sensor. So what I'll do, you'll notice down in here I have one of these is already installed in the bumper, and we generally install them here at the shop, so you don't have to do that at your end. So this is in through the front of the bumper in the hole, and the sensor will sit right in there. It will just rest right in there, just like that. See that? Pardon my dirty fingernails. And so then what I do, black RTV, I just kind of put it around the forward edge of the sensor. You don't want to get it on the face of the sensor, because that'll affect the way it acts. So just do it around the edge, and I always put some in the sides here, because that's round. This is not, fills it up a little bit. And then I'll go ahead in here, and I'll just put it in there, like so. You'll notice there's a notch in this. This has a 90 coming out, so that fits right in there just like that. And the point goes in the bumper, it just goes right in there, just like that. And I'll take my black RTV and I'll put a little bit around the edge there, and then after I do that, I'll also strip off another piece of the Gorilla Tape, and I'll make like a bridge across just to hold it in place while the RTV dries. And I like to think that maybe that gives it a little more shock value, kind of takes away the fact that we're putting them back into a steel bumper. Anyhow, then you can plug your plug back in. It goes right in there. And then just go on to the next one. So this one's going to be the same deal. I already took the sensor off of it. So I'll just put it up here towards the face and the upper corner there, and I'll take me a strip of Gorilla Tape. Now I've got the wire just to the left of this main post here, because you'll notice when you're doing this that the sensor goes inside here. So I just tape it up there, do the same thing I did over there, putting the sensor in. This one you can't get any Gorilla Tape in there really to hold it in place. So that's just to kind of give it a little time to cure before you do anything. And then you can just plug the wires in right in there. Now you want to make sure that the wires aren't on these pads, because that will pinch the wire, and then they'll break and they won't work. That's the most common thing that we see happening, is those wires get pinched between the frame and the bumper. Let's see, then the next thing I do, I just keep kind of going across up here with some Gorilla Tape, and I stick the wire up in the corner. This doohickey, I just tape it same fashion to the top of the bumper up under here. Put a little silicone up on that, and then tape it up there so it'll stay. And I just move on over, keep doing the whole thing. Now, this harness has been, the tape's fallen off of it, and I think that was helpful in some way, because along when you get over to this end, the wire starts to get a little shorter, but it may come apart a little bit, which could be helpful if you're having problems getting it to reach. See that? Yeah, that doesn't have any on it now. So that's pretty much it on the getting the harness in for the rear sensors. And then when you're putting the bumper in, you want to just pay attention to this so that it doesn't get caught down in here between there. It likes to do that. And then make sure that's plugged back in, and that's pretty much it. Pretty basic. And tools, Gorilla Tape, black RTV. I also have used a plumber's scoop in the past, which works really well. Pair of side cutters, and that's pretty much all you need to get this harness installed in there. Well, here we are at the front of the bumper. Just real quick, I wanted to point out how the sensor looks from the outside. Coming out of the plastic housing, just a little bit there. And that's what you should have after you're all done. All right, hope that's helpful. This is Eric Sr. from Tactical 4x4. See you out on the trail.